Area champion in Samoel. If you guys didn't see it, please, please, please go and watch that. Offline event sponsored by Domino's Pizza. They lot were having a whale of a time out there.
It looked super fun, yeah.
It was so good. I didn't understand an ounce of Spanish, but I understood every single word that was said. And it was brilliant. Samuel, he's been on the up and up, man, because I remember he was like a mid-level player in Street Fighter V and again started entering more. He picked better characters in Luke and Poison by the end of the game's lifespan because he was a very solid Cammy player. And then again, bringing that knowledge, all that accumulated knowledge into SF6, hit the ground running, plays Cammy. I think he dabbles with Lily as well, but he's got Juri here. But it's qualified for the finals. It's not Vegapats for a change. And that tells you something about the Spanish scene, which is great to see.
Yeah, you say that he was not super strong yet in Street Fighter V. Well, what he says is Street Fighter V Champion Edition was my first fighting game. Champion Edition, even.
Wow.
We're not talking launch Street Fighter V. We're talking years into the game is when he finally picked it up. His first fighting game. So amazing to go from that only a few short years ago to being in the position that he is now, having qualified for Capcom Cup already. So I started playing a few months after Seth's release. I will always love that game. Also, shout outs to the Impact Series, the regional final, as you mentioned. Super, super hype and well produced. For Tomoecunha, he says, never played a Street Fighter before Street Fighter 6.
Okay, I love this because you've literally made all the ingredients. This is brilliant. Never played a Street Fighter game before. You pick JP, right? You're already that good at
16 years old in here in the top 16. Amazing. We do have a quote from Samoel.
Talk to me. What have we got here? Ooh, Tomoe is a great player from Portugal. I love to see more Spanish and Portuguese representation in this European tournaments. Yes,
totally.
I'm glad he's brought that up as well because we actually alluded to this, discussed this before. Because when these regions have been put together, bracketed together in lockdown area and post from era on that point, it's been highly French dominated, right? And for very good reason. A large player pool.
Very strong, yeah.
They got like a plethora of champions there. It's all there. Like I said, before it was only Vegapatch carrying the rest of you on his back, all right? Now, it's actually pretty difficult. Vegapatch is not here. Yeah. And he didn't do well. Sorry, he made the grand finals, but didn't qualify for the Capcom Cup from that World War 8 either. So that just tells you how much the scene has come over time here. So it's really good to see that.
For sure. Kusanagi Kusanagi beat Samoel. Tomoecunha lost to Kongster, then beat Nassim Claw, again, 2-1, crying Honda face as a result. 2 JPs took him out. Shout outs to them. Tomoecunha here.
This is what's interesting. You've never played a Street Fighter game before, but you've picked a character with a fair number of layers.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe that's not to say that he hasn't played a fighting game before. That wasn't the phrasing, right?
True.
And I feel like there's a lot of other games in JP's game time, right? If you come from a few other games, I think you can have a pretty good handle on him.
And aesthetically, he's one of the coolest characters ever,
for sure,
so that does play a part in it as well.
Nice awareness!
Now, someone was actually pretty comfortable in this matchup. You know, Zeno was in his World War region, Portuguese JP player, Yoxero, the other Spanish JP player. So he's not like unfamiliar with the JP matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
So he'll be comfortable in this regard here. And he's trying to get the practice as much as possible before the finals.
Little challenge. Still lots of slow play from either. Not overcommitting. What a whiff punish. Getting close to burn and denying burnout as well as a ton of damage.
So basically, this is
now good luck.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh,
knockdown to change everything.
The chance remains. Oh man, dash in, pressure, dash in
David,
again.
he can turn this around.
Oh!
He made his choice. He was going to jump anyway because it would have avoided the throw, but he probably would have got anti-ed in the process. But Samuel, he said, look, I'm going to try and bait the throw tech. Didn't quite work out there. And Tomoe gets that first round. Could have been parried or DI'd there. Didn't need to get comfortable with trying to deal with those lights into the Skybox string. Drive Rush beats his own Drive Rush.
Into whatever he'd like for Samoel.
He can play it safe with the fireball.
He's been playing it slowly. Yeah, I think that makes sense. In keeping with what he's done, the overhead starts it. He wanted overhead. There was no meter behind it.
No level 3 either there from Tomoe to get his drive gauge back or recover it. Interesting.
Yeah, he finds himself into the corner as a result. But again, Samoel does finally dash in, does finally affirmatively, actively make pressure.
And you saw, Tomoe did try to press stand fierce, but unfortunately it's too slow. Remember Mr. Crimson told me there's like a a couple of buttons or like a couple things that meet a criteria that makes it easy to drive rush check a lot of things. 7 frame start is a good one. 4 frames active is very good. A lot of the players have been saying that. Unfortunately, Sad Hard Punch is double digits on start, so good luck with that.
Tomoecunha completely stuck. Anti-airs there.
Can't do anything here unless he gets Hail Mary
Look
level
at
3.
this patience by Samoel, just setting it up.
I don't agree with... Yeah. Oh, he worked out! Okay, recovered in time.
Hey, grab as well. That was a ton of damage. Look at that. That was almost half life.
He's got to move away, not forward. He's got to move away.
It has been a theme throughout the day.
And it's been mainly from the Juri players. Juri players have done it. We saw TKR do it with the Chun-Li as well. Akainu tried to do it against Swalio before.
Yeah, that's right. We saw it from one of the Luke players as well.
Yeah. All right, looking good here at the moment here for Samoel. Try to go for a down forward heavy punch, it looked like there from Tomo, but not quite working out here. Not sure if he's comfortable with this pace. So I remember I spoke to Lord Venom about this matchup. He said this is one of the more annoying ones for JP as well. Like you said, these characters with mobility, change their jump angle, cause you a couple of problems.
Looking for offense. But Samoel jumps. Really? Okay.
He might try to do jab into swipe, and just the swipe came out.
Worked out. Yeah. Tomoecunha stuck. Dashes right through. There's the mobility that we talked about. That can be a thorn in JP's side.
And you've got to be patient with that whole drive rush into the button thing. You've got to really wait for that one singular moment to really get in there and inflict some damage. Tomoe not there again. And this is just, it looks like it's been pure coincidence, right? Because at the time that someone did his drive rush, Tomoe's always been doing a heavy button anyway. So and it's just not working out for him. So he actually needs to be more cognizant towards that scenario and try something else.
As this has gone on, we've seen a little bit more movement forward by Samoel. That's been really working out for him. Again, not willy-nilly. He's had good moments for it. There was another good moment to pick for the jump.
He's probably got to watch out for another one soon, but he sends Samoel full screen. Trying to jump in himself here. Sets up another departure. Yes, I like this firm control game he's establishing right now. I thought it was going to be a grab. He done a roundhouse into Lavushka instead. He's going to try and get the hit here.
Oh, let's go. The defense was amazing.
Perfect defense there against a level 2. He's going to burn him out here. Unless Samoel does something else. Burn out. This is good. He's got the level 3 to work with, though.
Yeah, Samoel's still a threat.
Burn it out here. Okay, in the corner. Still here. He's blocking it all out up until that grab anyway.
Still his turn. Oh, he is betting on this. Full and burn out into the corner. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, you are definitely done.
That's a CA. No.
Executionary there.
The jump to take the round.
Wow. You caught life. You definitely caught life. That was a saving grace if I've ever seen one, David.
Again, Samoel patient on the way forward. He picks the right moment again to move in.
Amnesia. He gets the full
perfect.
combo.
That was versus grab.
He gets the full combo. He gets to go to level 3. Level 3. Yes, good choice here. So he's going to land about 56% here. And if he builds enough bar back, he can do EX departure. Depends on what he wants to do. Departure?
Surely
Yeah, he's
go for
going to...
burnout.
Yeah. Good choice.
Oh, up close where it's tough to react. Tomoecunha has control.
What
has control.
What a turnaround here. Look at this.
Big chip. Will he spend another one? Yes. Yes. Just to make sure burnout was going to happen. Sorry, that chip damage was going to happen. Shout out to Tomoecunha.
And what's nasty about that scenario as well, if you try to jump one of the spikes, they're going to hit you.
Yeah,
so it does more damage.
Just a really bad spot to be in as the defender.
And that was checkmate written all over it. As soon as the level 3 happened. Big parry to get the back throw. Yes, he will. Can he set up shop? No, he's going to go right in there. Be malicious with those heavy buttons. That's the overhead conversion there.
Setting it up. Dude, look at this.
Dude, it's just like when we saw Kusanagi go up against Thing earlier.
Completely different, right? Yeah. Big change. Oh, we jumped at the wrong time, but Tomoecunha couldn't get too much out of it. Burns himself out. He would love to be able to escape. Yes.
No, this is good. I like the activation because it allows the recovery process to be expedited. Not like a level 3 standard, but yes. DI, and that should be the round here for Samoel. And they're at the level 1, and he can spend the extra icon if he needs to. Yep. Extra stock to get that iota of damage added on. And that puts Samoel at match point here. Look at that.
Not dissuaded from doing the spin.
And you shouldn't be deterred.
So. No, it's just a mix-up. Oh, okay.
There we go. Meaty spike. Got to respect it. Perfect parry. And he's going to get a nice little conversion there. No DP ender. Okay, he probably thought he was going to whiff at that range. So respect it. Being very vigilant towards that. The spatial awareness.
You know, in round 1, he was really strong with anti-airs, Tomoecunha, but since then, not too much.
I think because he's been... Oh, overhead reset. And that's going to be it.
He's hoping for that.
Yeah.
That's going to be it, actually. Yes.
There it is. Going to close it out with the level 3. And like we said, the tail of the tape has just been drive rush into overhead. And only 2 people have stood up in that process. Everybody else, well, you've seen what happened. Their character ends up on the floor and they lose. So that means Tomoe is now out of the bracket here. And Samoel will progress. And he'll be fighting Link Excello later on in today's stream. Commiserations to Tomoe, man. I was pretty impressed with what I saw today. Not just this replay. I actually got to watch a couple of his replays before we actually came on stream today. But yes, high hopes for this man. Hopefully you play the game a bit more in the future. I don't know if he's got any plans to attend the LCQ. I mean, he's 16.
Only 16. Yeah. Many, many years ahead if you would like them. So Samoel moves on. His next match will be against Link Excello. That will be to qualify for top 8 tomorrow. We have one more on round 1 of loser side of the top 16. That will be coming up next.
Yeah, but let's take
again, to start things out, Tomoecunha had good anti-air. He was able to control things fairly well. Yeah, that was a great little read that he had right there. And for Samoel, there was a very interesting playstyle, I thought. He is not as intense about moving forward, about spending drive gauge as some Juri players are out there. But that paid off in the end.
Yeah, I do like what Tomoe did there when the EX Fireball came out. His first choice was to activate level 2 because the total frames of the move, or at least the animation of setting it up, is like 8 frames, less than 10 frames.
Very,
so it's pretty quick. I'm like, oh, I thought the Fireball was like literally in your body, so it wasn't going to work. But the fact that he was able to do that and still get some sort of beneficial scenario out of that was pretty good. And then he started to pick up momentum, gain their traction there, and then, of course, was turning it around. But like you said, because there's been no real dependence on being as aggressive as normally we usually see with Juri, you know, Samoel just waited for his opportune moments. And I saw that in his World Warrior runs as well as the regional finals. Okay, I know what you're doing. I'll block when necessary. And then I'll try and, you know, grab the ball by the horns when necessary there as well. So well played to Samoel there. 2-1. And then now we've got to move on to our next and final match of round 1, like you said before, David.
It's going to be Offen versus Shanks. It'll be France and Spain.